Good morning, beautiful people. Welcome back, brothers, sisters, and siblings. Today I'm going to do a quick flip through of July. And I'm going to show you my setup for August. I've already filled it mostly in. I filmed it all. I filmed about 3.5 hours of me setting up, and then realized my software will not actually take that much, so I couldn't even try to edit it. So I decided to throw in the towel for that one and to just film it like this and hopefully keep it down to around 15 minutes, because that seems to be the best time limit that most people watch videos. So yeah, here we go. So I use this notebook cover. I've shown it before. It is from a stationery shop in Australia called Officeworks. It is fake leather. I would love a real leather one, but I want to buy a discounted real leather one, so not going to buy a new leather for ethical reasons. So July, yep, the planetary pages and everything, things have been going well. I have done all of this, but I haven't actually written a lot of it in, so I'll probably have to go in the next few days, because today is the 27th, 28th, so the new moon was last night for me. Although I have 29th, I don't think that's right. I think that's wrong, because all of my apps say that the new moon, well, is today. So yeah. Content and budget. My gardening page, I've just done a heap of gardening today. I actually did pretty well at cleaning my fingers, so they were filthy, they were black even with gloves. Gardenings, memories. My tarot this week was absolutely horrible. I pulled the 7 of Swords and it hurt a lot. So I went, can you please give me some more information? So then 2 cards fell out, and they were the Death and 4 of Swords. All of them had the same kind of meaning, so I did one more pull and I got the 7th of Pentacles, which is basically the same as the other 3, in that they were all about waiting for things to happen, allowing that change, and like, yeah, trying not to get caught up in it. So it was just a nicer way of saying those things. It was just like, you've got to get this message that shit is going to happen and it's okay, and you just need to move on and let it kind of happen and work on it if it needs to be worked on, but otherwise it's just gonna do what it's got to do. It's just got to run its course. So yeah, it kind of has felt a little bit like that this week. My calendar page, my word of the year, I am making a habit of writing the word of the year in every spread going forward. So yeah, that's, like I said, nearly at the end of the month. Week 1, week 2, week 3, then we've got this week. Yep, this week. Yeah, didn't fill everything in last night because I go to Circle on every second Wednesday with, well, my Circle group, and I didn't get home until after 10 o'clock last night. So by the time I got home and settled down, I was too tired to fill all of this in. So I'll do that tonight, and I will have to try and dig up the temperatures for yesterday on the news as opposed to my actual weather app. And last page of journaling, and then we get into August. So I picked some very florally, very soft colours this month, as it's starting in spring very soon. Imbolc is on the 7th, I believe, astrologically this year. So it's always like the end of winter, the promise of spring, all of those beautiful things starting to come. The sheep are lambing, I believe is the correct term. I'm not 100% sure. I don't own sheep. But yeah, all the baby sheep, all the baby lambs are being born at the moment. And so that's always, you know, a sign that spring is definitely on its way, and exciting things that are come. I haven't got my water bottle, and so excuse me, I just gotta excuse me. Water is very important, especially when you're still getting over that horrible thing that went around the world a couple of years ago. And an asthmatic. Probably having incense burning right in my face is not the best either, but the things we do for our practice. So a couple of things. I didn't really change much on this one, but I did copy Kyra. I can't remember your last name, sorry, Kyra. I will tag you as I always do, because I love her channel. It's fantastic. I have done, like, I've copied her, so she does the houses and where her sun sign is for the month coming. Sorry, this is like a overview of the month gone. So the month gone, my sun was in the 10th house. I've written 10th house there, but I think it is different. Yeah, so career and status was quite high. Yeah, so all of those are doing really well. Yeah, so first house is self-reflection. That was pretty average, a little bit below average. Personal values, I feel, were quite high because I did that focus habit, and I spent a lot of time focusing on my self-values and how I see myself, kind of, yeah, like beyond reflecting on myself, but yeah, that working with the things that are important to me. Siblings and community was really strong. Went back to studying this month, and excuse me, so that felt really good. Home and family, fantastic. Loves and passions, like I said, as part of those values, they tie very closely with my passions and the things that really interest me. 6th house, dailies and pets. My kitty cat is still a little bit sick. He's been to the vet, and he is slowly getting better, but it is going to be a little bit of a road for recovery for him. Doesn't have the cat flu. He has some other things going on, so yeah. And so relationships, not great, pretty average. Then change and resources, a lot of changes happening, and I'm pretty good with change normally. I get very anxious around it, but everybody does, because change is not, what's the word? I can't word today. I've been in the sun too long. Change is something we don't always look forward to, but it can be really good, and I actually really enjoy the processes that come at the end of change. Travel and higher learning, like I said, back at TAFE. Back at TAFE, back to studying. Exciting things happening. 10th, career and status. I got some really exciting news that I may have a full-time job coming up in the next 12 months, with part-time starting very soon. So until I obviously finish my diploma. So that's super exciting for me. Friends and goals, really poor this month. I've seen one friend once, barely even kept up with group chats and things like that, just being so focused on other things. And that's okay, because we're allowed to have time to focus on ourselves and not reach out. But then it's also important to remember that those people that are important to us, as including friends. And yeah, last thing, hidden matters and withdrawal. Not really much going on there, pretty average. It's always a house that I kind of don't really understand, and it's just me needing to research what, like, all the houses a little bit better, and then how each planet and like the sun and the moon all align with me in them. So yeah, that's that done. I really like these colors this month. Like I said, this purple and this blue, which is almost like, I don't know what you would call it. It's very purpley blue. It's very pretty. Focus and moods. I've gone for this really cute little mood circle, which I have as a stencil. Yeah, just the 4 basic moods, nothing fancy. My focus this month coming, I sat down and did my budget for the last 3 months, and I have spent a ridiculous amount of money on clothes because of all the sales. And I'm like, my goal last year was to not spend any money on new clothes, and I think I only bought like maybe 4 or 5 items that were kind of like staples in the closet. But this year I have gone completely overboard and just spent way too much money. So no brand new clothes, 0 spending in regards to clothing, but underwear is accepted, because if we lose 3 pairs of underwear in a month, I'm gonna replace them. Yeah, but I'm gonna probably just do the normal ones that I do every month. So this month I tracked move and walk, 0 spend, no carb, gluten free, my meds, hair washing, which I find really interesting, how many days I can go without washing my hair. I will have to wash my hair tonight or tomorrow, coming up to the weekend, but I have done really well this week. It seems not oily and it's starting to really feel better. And journaling, so making sure I journal every day. And there's my little mood. I don't think I showed this page when I did the first flip through. Content, self-explanatory. Budget, yeah, like I said, I showed you how I do that. I write it on giant post-it notes, which I have like a couple of pads of that I bought a few years ago from a discount cheap shop. So I just do that and then add it up. I'm not like, this saves me writing like every time I buy 1 coffee or a loaf of bread, like a $4 loaf of bread and things like that. It's just silly writing every single one of them down, so I do them in categories. Yeah, gardening and memories, like you can see with my gardening one last month, I did quite a large section because I hadn't been filling it up. But coming into spring, I know I'm going to fill this quite quickly. I won't be doing so much planting. Most of my planting's done, but a lot of upkeep and like noting what flowers are starting to come out from my perennials, and what like tulips will start to come out soon. Jonquils have already kind of finished, but I got like crocus and tulips and dahlias. I have lots of bulbs. I have lots of bulbs in the garden, and I always like to make note of when they come out, and if they didn't come out, then maybe the bulbs have died. We've had a lot of rain, so a lot of them may have to be pulled out and stored this coming year. Memories, like I said, making sure I've got plenty of room for that. Tarot, I believe we've got 5 Mondays next month. Yeah, 5 Mondays. So I'm hoping that this will be enough room for my tarot pulls. So we'll see. And then I've got my calendar page, and like I said, I've filled out most of it. I've done this in it as well, so where Venus goes into Leo, yeah, new full moon in Aquarius, new moon in Virgo, yeah, sun goes into Virgo. So I've just put little notes of that, which, you know, pulled from here, and oh yeah, Mars, yeah, and in bulk. Like I said, pretty excited. It's one of my most favorite of the Sabbats. I love working with Bridget. She's definitely one of my favorite goddesses. And that is it. That is the whole setup this month. I really hope you enjoyed this. I have some new followers, so new subscribers, sorry, so that's pretty exciting for me. I just hope that everybody's enjoying themselves, and if you're in Australia or the Southern Hemisphere, you are really enjoying the beautiful sun that we've had the past couple of weeks, and watching the ground slowly dry out. We have had some bad weather, but not in my area, so we've been really super lucky that it's been beautiful and sunny, and the plants are looking amazing. Yeah, so please subscribe, please like, comment, you know, do the whole shebang. Turn on the bell if you want to be notified about when I post. I'm hoping to do a post every 2 weeks, so I have some plans on transferring some stuff that I have on like random scraps of paper into a notebook, or my folder, as like my book of shadows slash grimoire type thing, because it's just a mess at the moment. And my grimoire has like a few random bits in it, but not a lot. I want to really collate it all, bring it all together. I'm also thinking of doing a Oracle Tarot Intuition card little walkthrough. I don't have many packs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 packs, 8, so not a lot. Just a couple of each of those categories. I don't even, so the Moonology one, I don't even use it as an oracle deck. I just use it so I can have like I use them as altar cards. So, you know, new moon in Leo, it's on my desk. This is the what's it called? Mists of Avalon Oracle. So this is like my daily pull. I got Merlin today. He's a super sweet old Merlin. Yeah, so I plan on doing a couple of them, and that's it. So yeah, once again, have a good rest of your day, and hopefully we'll see you again next time. Bye, friends.